Good evening and welcome to LUTV's coverage this Friday evening. It's a big one at Elland Road. Premier League 2 coverage of Leeds United under-23s versus Manchester City under-23s in what we hope is in front of a record attendance as Leeds United 23s try to consolidate their place in the table, because they've got relegation fears as we start this game. They've got to try and beat the team that are 1 point away from the title, but it's a team that have shown throughout the year they can compete, and let's hope that is the same this evening. We'll start with the teams first, and for Leeds United in goal it is Christopher Klaesson. It is then Harvey Sutcliffe, McCarron, Noah Kenneh, Charlie Cresswell, Jack Jenkins, Crescencio Summerville, Lewis Bate, Matteo Joseph, Archie Gray and Sean McGurk. The bench for the Whites, Danny van der Heuvel, Stuart McKinstry, Charlie Allen, Jeremiah Mullen and Amari Miller. As for Manchester City is Slicker, Oduroh, Charles Mbete, Galvez, Lavia, Kaiki, Palmer, Delap, McAtee and Edozie. The bench for City, Van Sass, Lewis, Gyabi, Bobb and Borges. It is myself, Tom Hill and Ben Parker, as it has been throughout the season. What hasn't been the same is this crowd. This is a special experience, Ben, a fantastic experience not only for us but mainly for the players, and let's hope it is the finishing touch to try and stop this powerful Manchester City team.
Good evening, Tom. Good evening to everybody else tuning in. One word: wow. Just letting this song play out, this anthem play out. Special, Tom, that's what it is. The task tonight is huge though. The opposition, a point away from the title, a team littered with Premier League experience, Champions League experience. But I know our boys will rise to this occasion. Honestly, I wish people could see what we're seeing from our gantry position. Incredible, these scenes. The crowd, the noise, it's been building for a couple of weeks. But the players know they've got to perform. They've got a job to do on the pitch, but by God, they've got the 12th man tonight.
Yeah, fingers crossed it is a big night for this group of players. They deserve this arena, and let's hope it's a team that can produce the goods on the pitch. They've already done it against Liverpool, Manchester United, Crystal Palace on this very surface. They did beat Derby County at York in another home game. And it is Leeds United looking to make it 5 wins on the spin at home, giving themselves every chance of staying in PL2 Division 1 as the game does get underway. And Manchester City, the team that will just try and dictate possession. So we have Kenneh and Cresswell at centre half. We have Sutcliffe at right back, McCarron at left back. City loading the wings right from the very start. McCarron and Sean McGurk will have to be very, very aware of that as the game goes on. But Leeds tactically gave a really good account of themselves the last time these two met, as Leeds straight away with Joseph putting the pressure on. Might be the loudest cheer I've heard ever at a youth game for a little bit of closing down, as here is McCarron racing forward. He can't get the ball into a Leeds shirt. Out wide it goes to Edozie, who decides to go back instead to Mbete. A nice calm start is just what we want, Ben. We haven't had it more than maybe twice all season.
Yeah, it's quite a change, to be honest, but you expect Manchester City to have a lot of possession in these areas. It's important, the spaces and the gaps between our lines, the defence, the midfield, the attack. Nice and narrow, nice and compact. Manchester City will try and play between the lines, very similar to their first team, so it's important, stay concentrated.
Leeds putting the pressure on. Good tackle from Sutcliffe, and now Bate tries to release Joseph through the middle. It was a pass that was pretty early and decisive. Sutcliffe again to Summerville. Summerville racing forward, trying to squeeze it through again. The gap was closed immediately by City, and instead the Citizens will come away with it. Now this is where they're so dangerous, with McAtee who's gliding forward. Cresswell can't get there, and now it's out towards this left side to Delap. Across comes McCarron. It's a great challenge. Leeds were under so much pressure. Liam McCarron skips away, and he's cheered on by the road faithful as he skips it inside to Archie Gray. Now Leeds have gone from nearly conceding to actually trying to put the pressure on with McGurk. McGurk gliding forward, taking them on, cuts it back. Joseph's going to go for goal early. Curls it wide. It'll be a goal kick.
Incredible passage of play. Manchester City had an overload, 3v1. McCarron's defending superb, held his position fantastically. He just made Delap make the first mistake, the first kind of movement onto his left-hand side, then he pounced. We're on the attack. Men over on the left-hand side with McGurk. In the end, he was unlucky, was Mateo Joseph with his effort, but that's what we're in for, Tom. Going to be some game.
Leeds. Still to put the pressure on. And throwing on this near side.
You can see the game plan, Tom. Early doors, we mentioned compact. It's almost allowing Manchester City to pass the ball around their back four. But as soon as we win the ball back, that starts the attack, that starts the counter-attack. It's going to be key tonight.
Out wide, City attack. The sun's actually in the eyes of Cole Palmer. Now he knows how all the East Stand feel week in, week out. City with Mbete under pressure from Joseph, and he forces the mistake. Good pressurising. This huge night tonight for Leeds. Last few weeks, disappointing result against Brighton, but knocked out of the Premier League Cup by West Ham the week before, but they've beaten Palace, beaten Manchester United. Man City, no surprise, being the team that are pushing 1 point away from the title. They have the best away record in the division, having only lost 3 times in 12. Brian Barry Murphy's side, as I say, do only need a point to get their hands on the trophy, but Leeds only lost 3-2 last time. Sam Green with a brace, Kaiki, McAtee and Palmer, the players that scored for City, and the conditions, I can tell you, could not be any more polar opposites as Leeds glide forward on the attack. Shans Hatchagray has been encouraged to shoot. It's just the last time in this situation at the opposite end of the pitch he smashed the ball into the far corner when encouraged to do so. And across to Bate, and inside the first 5 minutes. When we look at this team, Ben, Oduroh, EFL trophy experience, and Mbete's got Champions League, FA Cup. You've got Lavia that's played in the EFL. You've got Kaiki that's played Premier League. Palmer. It's a perilous outfit as they come forward here, trying to assert their dominance. McCarron again with an important challenge. Kaiki goes to ground. Cresswell accuses him of going to ground too easily, even though it was a nutmeg. He now leads on the attack, and you do get the feeling tonight we're going to have to wince at times as City come forward, but we can do just the same to them on the other front, as Summerville is the player that can do just that. He's going to try and drop the shoulder, he lays it wide to Archie Gray, who turns back on the left foot. Gray goes first time to McGurk, who maybe needed to hit that first time. He prods it wide. Leeds still on the attack. Shot goes!
Yes!
It goes in at the near post! And Leeds United lead at Elland Road, and the crowd erupts. Brilliant finish from Mateo Joseph. Just the start that Andrew Taylor would want. It is Leeds United 1, Manchester City 0.
What a start to the game, Tom. Almost carbon copy of only a couple of minutes into the game, where Manchester City breaking on the right-hand side this time. We win the ball, counter-attack, play it ever so well, keep it nice and simple, make the right decision. But when the ball breaks to Mateo Joseph, a couple of bodies in his way, a couple of defenders, he doesn't panic. What a smart finish at the near post. The crowd are on the feet, the atmosphere's electric. Incredible start.
Yeah, really good work from Leeds. I thought the opportunity had gone when McGurk had to check his run and not go for it, but he slits. But then Joseph there again. He looked dangerous against Brighton. He was dangerous against West Ham in the moment he got, of course, to get his first goal. He's in the team tonight through the middle, hoping to lead by example, and he's done just that as Man City have the ball back. It's now with Palmer in midfield. Out wide it goes to Oduroh. McAtee, they've got the advantage on that far side. Kaiki racing into the box, he's going to go for goal. He's going to place it into the far corner. Man City respond immediately, Ben, with a fine team move. A bit easy on the left-hand side, Leeds will feel, but you can see it brings quality to this team, and we're level again.
You're right, Tom, they've shown the quality. We've had a couple of warnings, just getting out of position at times. When that happens, it's important we stay compact. Don't allow to play around you, play through you. We did mention this Manchester City team. They have got the quality. You were just talking about particular individual players with their experience, whether it's Premier League, EFL Cup, FA Cup. They've played all over Europe, some of these players, who one of the best teams in the world, so there's going to be moments tonight like that. But again, you hear the crowd getting behind our young players. Support and respond well.
Yeah, Leeds United straight back underway and now need to regroup, restart. We did say this would be tough. We did say it'd be a bit nerve-wracking at times, but they're going to give everything they've got. We've already proven they can score goals, and it will be a goal kick to Manchester City, and Archie Gray has left his stamp on Mbete. Maybe a little bit late. I think the ball's there to be won, so Archie Gray knows all about the experience of playing in front of a decent crowd here, Ben, so he's just tried to not just G them up, but of course let the defenders know he's there, as the old cliche goes, and maybe we'll have a little word with him with the referee, but I don't think it's card worthy.
Oh, not all. You see it time and time again. They're allowed to make challengers go for the ball. It's football, contact. But important for Archie Gray, that role number 10, get beyond Mateo Joseph. He did there.
Yeah, Leeds get the decision. And Jenkins will sit in midfield, so Leeds could move up with Blackburn tonight with a win as the ball comes in. Keeper can't decide what to do. Great reactions, in fairness, to Kieran Slicker, who heads it away, but Leeds are up for the fight here. Joseph, he's now beaten in a challenge. Leeds will win a free kick, and Leeds almost look very annoyed, Ben, that they've conceded that goal. I think it's just going to be how it's going to go tonight. We're going to be under pressure. They're going to have chances. They're too good not to, sadly.
Yes, sadly they are a good team. Keep mentioning that, but guess what? We're a good team, by the way. I like the attacking threat in terms of closing down in our attacking final third. But it's important we get that right all over the pitch. But the likes of Archie Gray, McGurk on the ball, Summerville, working ever so hard out of possession on them turnovers.
Yeah, so stood over the free kick, McGurk, Archie Gray. Now Gray naturally has hit most things right-footed. Whether there's going to be a little change here, it is McGurk that swings it into the far post. It's just too far in front of Noah Kenneh and Charlie Cresswell. But again, the idea, you can see the flight path, a little bit less power, Ben, and I think we've got a chance.
I think it's a decent ball. I'm just looking at the reaction of Andy Taylor there in the technical area. Hands on head. I just think someone just gambled, make an early run. Yeah, don't be offside, but great area from McGurk.
Yeah, so Leeds at one apiece here against the league leaders. Joseph goal cancelled out by Kanki's efforts. Just moments later, 7th and 8th minute strikes, and now he's away on the edge of the Leeds box and inside to Palmer, who's got a chance to shoot, and he rolls it into the corner. And the class of Man City is on show. Down that left edge, too good, too quick. And Palmer finishes again. And it's just an area that maybe tactical tweaks need to be made here, Ben, just to make sure that those two on that far side don't keep having the freedom of that pitch over there.
Yeah, again, just the area of that pitch, as you mentioned, Tom. Our defensive left-hand side, Manchester City's attacking right. I think it's just down to communication. Hold your position. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of movement in front of you as a defender. That's okay, pass runners on. Important you hold your position, because as soon as you move, they're good enough to exploit that space.
A fine finish from a player that's one of those that has played in the Champions League. Leeds just need to make sure on that occasion that is the last time they give them that little bit of freedom. I think it goes to Klaesson, who clears quite well to Sutcliffe and just gets his feet in a tangle, but he will go and win it back. Summerville and Jenkins couldn't decide who to go for it, but they work it out in the end. And now Sutcliffe goes down the line to Joseph. Keeper's coming off his line. Slicker is brave. He's got a good diving header on him as well. He's shown more with his head than he has his hands, which is quite something inside the first 5 minutes. Joseph needs to be crisper there. He gives the ball away. And instead, Leeds now under pressure. And on that far side, Man City have two players again, as now it is McGurk racing back as fast as he can. They run into McCarron. McCarron gets a little bit unlucky, but he'll throw himself into the challenge again. Across comes Cresswell. Back to Oduroh. Mbete into Galvez. Lazy pass. Sutcliffe gets there first. Sutcliffe rolls it inside. It's a little bit short for Gray, and ball over the top. McCarron's got to get there. The offside flag goes up. The Leeds fans sarcastically cheer on that decision. And while it has been clinical for Man City so far, they have given the ball away at times. Leeds' press has worked, Ben, but on that occasion, those little balls inside, they can't go astray. It's very hard to do it, I know that, but they've got to build up momentum. They can't win it back and then give it straight back to City.
Yeah, it's important you keep the belief as well. Seems to be rocked by those two setback goals from Manchester City, but we're finding these spaces regularly.
Yeah, Jenkins tries to roll it through to Joseph, who's got inside now, just to poke it away. Galvez gets there first, and good defending from Man City. Great ball as well by Jenkins, and Kenneh steps up, puts his foot through the challenge. Leeds will instead have to concede territory and possession. But you made a great point there, Ben, about the space they're getting. There is gaps. City have exploited those that have been on the left-hand side for Leeds defensively. But the Whites have also had joy of their own, as Summerville just waits, ponders his next decision to charge forward. Charles plays it down the line and gives the ball away. So inside the first 15 minutes, wouldn't be a 23s game without some drama inside the first 10 or 15.
Didn't you say in the first 2 minutes that nothing much was happening as well?
Going to decide from next season, I'm not going to say anything about stuff like that. Going to focus everything on game management and try and really hammer it home as McCarron gets ready to take this throw-in down the line towards Joseph, who couldn't get to it. Summerville now has to race across the park to get to the number 5, which is Galvez, and Leeds just about enough to put him under pressure. Sutcliffe does the same. Referee is going to give advantage. Flicks inside. Cresswell comes across to get to Delap. Gray beaten to it by Lavia. Shines again from Sutcliffe. Jenkins slips, Bate slips, and here is Joseph. His work rate and determination is certainly something we can't question inside the early stages. They've flown out of the blocks when they don't have the ball, as Joseph to Summerville. A little flick away from the Dutchman gets him into space. Now can he try and find space to shoot? He can find it to McGurk, who just can't get it out of his feet. McGurk is blocked by the keeper. The flag was going to spare City anyway. Close, Ben.
What a game of football this is, by the way. It's attack v attack at the moment. Both teams, when they go forward, look like they're going to score. We look so dangerous. Again, win the ball, and Sutcliffe releases Joseph on the right-hand side. Summerville's acting as a false 9 there. But just his close control, his turn, picks the right option. Unfortunately, McGurk was offside.
Summerville and Joseph leading the press for Leeds again, trying to force a mistake here out of City, who might have to go back to Slicker in goal. They do. Gray and Joseph again. Leeds have done really well to set traps here in these little close quarters. They've had to make the clearance early, Man City. That ball hasn't gone out according to the officials. No one Kenneh decides to let it go past him. And now the linesman does make the call, and Leeds will get the decision they want. This Bate was free in the middle. Instead, Sutcliffe goes back to Kenneh. And now to Cresswell. Klaesson back to Bate, who quite cleverly, with his body, indicated he was going the opposite side, and then flicked deflected away. He's done the same again. And he gets it on the line to McCarron, but he needs more help here, Liam McCarron. Difficult toes from him into Bate. Same for Jenkins. Leeds are playing with fire. They get out of that situation now with Bate. Then alongside be encouraging Sutcliffe to charge down the right-hand side, which he does. Now he wanted to go early to Summerville. And to maybe just calm down a little bit there. Sutcliffe played it early, played it with power. But Leeds will get the ball back anyway.
Well, we've just shown Man City there. OK, you can play out from the back. Guess what, so can we. Really brave in possession. A lot of pressure on, but they trust the ability, they trust the tactics, and it worked.
Yeah, Sutcliffe tried to go down the wing. Unfortunately, can only concede a throw. Galvez in no rush. Lavia gets caught by Joseph, and McGurk will get hold of the ball. He goes back to Jenkins. It was nearly a counter from City with McAtee. There is Summerville. Jenkins, Summerville sets off on his way down the right-hand side, but not enough space for Sutcliffe. What do you say, though, Ben? Leeds, despite conceding 2 goals inside the first 15 minutes, of playing with real freedom, real confidence. To the feet of Liam McCarron. Back to him from McGurk. He'll have to race across to go and get it now. McGurk's got the ball. Joseph's asking for it in the middle. In behind comes Archie Gray. Gray just can't get to it. McGurk wrestles it back. Oh, big opportunity for Leeds. The referee suggested it was a free kick on the number 6 Romeo Lavia as the Leeds United subs start their warm-ups. And they better start pretty quickly. The pace is electric out there.
Where's this 19 minutes gone, by the way? It is electric pace. Tempo's incredibly high. It's not a normal under-23 fixture, this, by the way. The level's just like a first team, the tempo. No surprise. Yes, the crowd, incredible, but the players on both teams, the ability. Playing such a high level.
Inside now to Bate. Bate will try and swing a surprise over the top to Summerville. Just offside. But again, on the attack, Leeds are looking really vibrant. Midfielders have been playing with confidence. They're playing short, one-touch, snappy passing. Mbete under pressure from Summerville again. He's tried to go away down to the left-hand side, and they give the ball away again. And City will feel they've got pockets of the pitch, Ben, where they can excel. It leads from a defensive and an attacking point of view. Have got the right-hand side of the pitch for how they're looking at it, sewn up so far.
Yeah, they have. I think from a dead ball restart, that's when we're looking at his best out of possession. Fantastic starting positions. Just hopefully can translate that into open play, because that's where Manchester City have hurt us. Open play, turnovers. They've used the ability to get in down their right-hand side. So it's a real tactical battle as well. We thought it would be tonight. Proving so.
Yeah, it is. McAtee can't get the power he wants on the flick. It's into McGurk, who is always so confident with the ball at his feet. Joseph's layback is a little bit too powerful. Now McAtee gets the ball away, and into the attacking channel is Edozie running through on goal. Cresswell comes across to save the day. Charlie Cresswell concedes a corner. It is Leeds 1, Man City 2.
It's important for Mateo Joseph. Look after the ball, especially in your own half. That's where Manchester City do set traps. The turnovers are key. Both teams are key, really, because we've proven we turn the ball over, so dangerous.
Yeah, McAtee has come across to take this corner. Mbete is a late runner. Sutcliffe spots him. Cresswell, I'm sure, will be looking at the corner of his eye for the towering centre half. It is towards Mbete, but Sutcliffe is able to have a free header away. Jenkins now leads the press. And City's first corner comes to nothing, although over the top they go straight away. And out comes Klaesson. Really important for him to get a touch on the ball after conceding 2, which he could do very little about. And now Jenkins, rightly so, gets the call to calm things down, but he just rushes the pass towards Bate. And it's those areas where Leeds, you mentioned it right in the first 6-7 minutes, Ben, Can't allow their heads to drop. Just try and release it from your mind. Go again. Because you're playing against a team that will not allow you to feel sorry for yourself. They won't show sympathy. And we've seen that all season at this level. The teams are so ruthless as you get to that PL2 Division 1. Especially with some of the teams that Leeds have had to field through injuries. Experience that hopefully they can take forward with them as the ball is played forward in towards Kaiki. McCarron is quick and he gets back in time. Gets to it, clears it off the City man. And a really good challenge that for Liam McCarron, because we know he's got so much pace, and defensively throughout the season he's been tested. A new position really, arrived as a left midfielder. To stop Kaiki tonight is going to be some feat. I know he's got behind him once, but he won't be the first defender that the number 7's beaten this season. It won't be the last either.
Yes, certainly not. And I think for McCarron tonight, it's not about ability, it's not about pace. We know he's got that. It's more positional, mental part of the game. He's got to be so switched on tonight.
He's got to try and make his life as tough as possible as McAtee glides away. He is City's top scorer, James McAtee. 18 goals this season. Bad for a centre midfielder as Delap comes forward. Cresswell sticks to him like glue, bounces him off the ball, now tries to turn around the side. The referee's going to give a free kick here. And the Cop do not like it. Charlie Cresswell does not like it.
I just thought it was a fair challenge. You can see Liam Delap, captain v captain, going up against Charlie Cresswell. I just thought it was an honest battle for the ball between the two. The referee saw it a little bit differently to us.
Yeah, 25 minutes of proceedings gone. Mateo Joseph's goal cancelled out by Kaiki and Palmer. Summerville appears to be the one-man wall for now. Klaesson just trying to cover the near post a little bit better. McAtee floats the ball in. Klaesson comes off his line. Good hands. He gets a huge round of applause from everyone in Elland Road. Ben, in particular, alongside me. Perfect from a keeper. Just calm it down. Make sure all the nerves are just stopped for a split second. And everything he's had to do so far from set pieces is dealt with. Ball pass again. Into Jenkins it goes, and Jenkins rather ambitiously tries to switch his way through two players who were stuck to him. He almost got through it.
Yeah, he did. He could have released the pass just a slight touch earlier. There was McGurk in a little pocket of space.
Why not do two Marseille turns on halfway, back to back?
Well, if you can do it, you might as well, haven't you?
Yeah, Summerville crunching challenge, and that is on Mbete, who has then run into Sutcliffe. So we've got two bodies down. Referee is just trying to make sure they're both okay, and the card is coming out here because it's from behind. Summerville, I think he's trying to show some remorse. It's those fine lines. You're a forward trying to unsettle the defender. You've got to try and put the press on. Unfortunately, he's gone a step too far according to the official, and we have our first yellow card of the night then.
Yeah, unfortunately, just mistimed it, but we know what Summerville brings defensively. He's such a good team player, works ever so hard, tracking back. The last time out here at Elland Road for the under-23s, he scored an absolute worldie in the first half. 2 minutes later, he's playing right back, being a Luke Ayling, so that's what he offers. The physios have come on now.
Yeah, Luke Mbete is feeling the crunch of that challenge, so now Leeds' squad come over. And I think these are the sort of instances that are so important for Leeds, Ben, because again, when you're playing against top of the table, you've got your own ambitions at the opposite end of the standings. It's coaching to try and drill the tactics, and you can see Liam McCarron, he's going across just to reaffirm the message, get the confidence back. And it's not easy when you've got, but it's even little things like this. We're playing in front of which we believe is a record crowd at this level. Sometimes players won't be used to not being able to hear the coaching staff, little things like that. So while we don't want Luke Mbete to have an injury, any time the players can get a quick chat is important.
Yeah, it is. It's a good point. Well made, is that, Tom? Just speaking to each other, it sounds so simple on a football pitch, but if you're not used to it as a young player, in front of a big atmosphere, It does take time. I think it just come at a good moment just to get a little drink, listen to the coaching staff, just reaffirm the kind of messages they set out at the beginning of the match. You can see the players now talking to each other. And it's good to see is that, again, it's all about learning, the development. Still forget how young these boys are when we're watching them. Incredible potential ahead of them. And this is just another little learning development that they'll pick up, hopefully, throughout a long, successful career they have.
Yeah, the drink bit was important as well, because it's been rather fast, this. Try and get a break, lads.
Can we have one?
As the keeper, Kieran Slicker, comes across to take this set piece. Leeds fans not happy at the time this is taking, and we're going to let Slicker know just about that, as Mbete is going to be able to come back onto the pitch. Looks pretty free in that running style of his, and now Summerville flicks it inside towards Joseph, who pokes it away. Jenkins was going to take it. Joseph instead goes early towards Archie Gray. He'll pick up the pieces as he's got a crowd of Leeds shirts at the far post asking for it, too close to the keeper. This is where Leeds have to be careful, that breakdown, and they close the gaps quickly. And now it's a situation where Leeds can hopefully control it.
Lewis Bate did ever so well, just watching him as the goalkeeper claimed the ball. Sprinted straight to Cole Palmer, knows the danger.
Yeah, Mbete clears the ball away. Kenneh wins the header. Cresswell covering carefully enough towards Joseph, and Mbete just gets there first. There's no sign of any hangover from that injury. And now McCarron needs help on that far side as Kaiki watches the ball come out of the night sky here at Elland Road. He just about stays in. He prods it towards Delap. Kenneh got to stay big, got to stay as strong as he can. No, when Kenneh forces him wide, Delap's done really well to keep it in, and he's managed to get a corner. That's the bit that's a little fortunate for the deflection, but the close control, the battle between the two centre-backs, it's a joy to watch.
Of course. There's duels all over the pitch. No, Kenneh did well just on the cover. Come from his position, the right centre half. Didn't hold his position, had to cover Charlie Cresswell, did that. Stayed on his feet, did well.
Bate racing across the box with Summerville to try and stop this City attack. McAtee, Kaiki, all the back heels. Palmer now joins in, but he's stopped by Kenneh. Cresswell gets the shot from Klaesson. Should have listened. Cresswell clears. And Joseph racing forward to put on the pressure. Archie Gray in there as well. It's not been a game for Archie Gray so far. The touches he has had has been effective. He was one of those involved in the goal when he played it across the park. And Mbete has got it once more. No sympathy from the Elland Road crowd, which there never has been, but to be crunched by Summerville and be booed for it, as McCarron got to get across as Kaiki gets there, turns inside, he might even go for goal. Cresswell stands him up, puts his body on the line, and now McGurk nutmegs his way out of trouble. Leeds fighting fire with fire towards Archie Gray. Leeds feel their best chance here tonight is to play straight through City over the top to Summerville. Slicker comes off his line, he's taken out, is Summerville. The crowd asking for the red. The keeper is carded, only a yellow. Now the keeper is suggesting he hasn't touched him. He's pushing and subbing Archie Gray. He's got to watch what he's doing here, Kieran Slicker. What a counter, Ben. What a counter-attack.
And what a poor decision from the referee, Tom. Honestly, that has to be a red card. I don't like to see red cards given in the game. I really don't. I like honest battles on the pitch, 11 v 11. But decisions like that, it has to be a red card. Summerville gets to the ball first. He's totally wiped out by the goalkeeper. He's not in control of the challenge at all. Such a big moment in the match. But you're right, the quality just to play, again at blistering speed with the quality. Gets there first, wipes him. It has to be a red card. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a decision that could change the game for Leeds. Archie Gray is now carded. Pardon me. He's obviously said something out of turn. He's a very passionate young man. Is Archie Gray. And he's gone in to stick up for his teammate Summerville, who is still down, so we hope it is an impact knock, which is going to hurt with the speed that Slicker came off his line. Keeper couldn't deal with it because it wasn't in the air. Good with his head, not the best with his feet. And inside 32 minutes, Leeds 1, Man City 2. And Sean McGurk and Lewis Bate are stood over the set piece. McGurk, you would feel, He'll be licking his lips at the thought of curling this one towards goal in front of this crowd. But Summerville again on the replay, getting across. There was fans in the East Stand off their feet. Leeds can't dwell on the situation. We can sit and moan about it, but Leeds have to try now and use that counter again as motivation. As Summerville is on his feet, he's clapped off towards the far side as he makes his way across, so hopefully he can get back to his fluent best. And the wall is lined up as Sean McGurk has had a good long time to look at this. There's Bate, who's also having a look, whether that's just to deceive the City defence. McGurk does set up the run-up, he does go for goal towards the near post, doesn't get the power perhaps he wanted, but it is at least the sight that goal for Leeds and Sean McGurk. It remains 1-2.
Yeah, decent technique, gets up and down very quick. Unfortunately, no accuracy. And you can hear this massive crowd here at Elland Road. They're giving their opinions towards the referee and the goalkeeper.
Sutcliffe forward, just over the head of Summerville, and Mbete appeals for handball, shows if he's not allowing Luca Mbete a moment's rest. And Mbete is having a real tough night tonight, trying to get his instructions to his left back, which is Tom Galvez. There's a real area for Leeds to exploit. Bate flicked his way out of trouble. Leeds were 1-0 up here with Matteo Joseph. They were 2-1 down through Kaiki and Palmer. It's been a really spirited response, this, from Leeds. And over the top they go. Summerville's got him behind. He's got goal side. Now can he use his pace? Summerville through. Tries to chip the keeper. He's caught again. Now the referee looks across. He's given the goal kick, I think. Summerville's shot was going wide. And I think the referee, that is why he's given it, because the shot was away. But he seemed to point to the goal kick marker, Ben. We'll have to get another replay. I don't feel as passionate about that than I did the first.
I probably agree with you, Tom. He has given a goal kick. Be interested to see it back again. Not sure whether the keeper actually made a save. The referee didn't see it, if he did anyway. But then it's the follow-through from Slicker. Here we go. He is committed towards the ball.
Yeah, committed is the word here for Leeds on the attack. They've got so much motivation tonight. Ball in, Slicker comes off his line, catches. And Joseph's delivery with 10 minutes to go in this first half is wayward, but this is a fascinating watch. The midfield is non-existent. The midfield doesn't exist, it's just attack versus defence. Very rarely have the game been able to play through the midfield. When City have, they've been so good. Leeds have responded well though. Bates header back inside, McAtee pops it away to Lavia. Now Leeds, as they do, have to race across the pitch to try and stop Palmer and Kaiki on that right-hand side for City. McCarron is just sitting and waiting. Palmer drives forward. McCarron gets across towards Kaiki, who goes back to Oduroh, and that ball goes against the legs of Lewis Bates, and it will be Man City throw. But those are the areas where City were getting so much more joy early doors.
Yeah, it's Cole Palmer's position. He's causing the trouble. He's not playing as a 10, he's not playing as a wide man. Very awkward to pick up. As a defender, don't go engage him. Leave it to your midfielders to sort him out.
Yeah, Jenkins wants instructions. He gets it to Archie Gray, who needs eyes in the back of his head. He's clipped from behind by Romeo Lavia. And I wonder if the referee woke up this morning and thought, I've got a nice game tonight, Friday night, Andrew Miller. I won't get any stick. Maybe seen the headlines and thought, oh, there's nearly 20,000 people there. And then he's now the centre of attention as the ball's over the top. Summerville's got in the way. Now Summerville a chance to shoot. Just delays it again. Now he turns inside. He's only got one for company. McGurk's at the far post. Summerville still dancing, still going for goal. Too much power this time from Vicencio Summerville. I think the hindsight's wonderful. We get a better angle than he does. I think the chance for him to go for goal was very early. Once he didn't, City were always at favour, but the skill, the quality, the confidence to even get a shot away is really just shows the class of the man himself.
Yeah, and the composure as well, Tom. I think the angle and the distance where he could have had a shot maybe put him off, but then stands the defender up 1v1 onto his left foot. He doesn't hit the target, be disappointed, but Fantastic pass, knowing Kenneh.
Yeah, again, Leeds traps are working. Sutcliffe back inside. It was a lazy pass a little bit. Bate's going to have to fly in. He does. Now Jenkins will have to get there. Summerville back to Bate. It's quick from Leeds. It's towards Gray. Now Gray with his back to goal. Tries to run past Mbete. Archie Gray is a very strong boy for his age. He's decided to test that out against the powerhouse in City's defence, Mbete. He runs out of space. And it will be a goal kick.
Some story when you go back to school the next day and be like, oh, what did you do last night, Archie? Played at Elland Road in front of 20-odd thousand fans, probably. It's not bad to say, is it?
Not really. Not really. If any of them are any good, yeah, a couple have played in the Champions League. A few FA Cup appearances as well. Summerville, Joseph, Archie Gray all get in there. The referee was tempted, I think, to give the free kick. Gray keeps going. Linesman does give the free kick this way. Romeo Lavia's not happy. A set piece for Leeds.
Yeah, I don't think Romeo Lavia has been used to this at under 23 level. He's one of those players we speak about first team experience, but young Archie Gray, the schoolboy, he's giving one hell of a battle, one hell of a game towards Lavia. And the crowd are loving it as well.
Yeah, McGurk is trying to stay focused as the fans let themselves be heard. He's trying to give the instructions out of what's to come here. Oh, the one-man wall of James McAtee. A line of City defenders. Sutcliffe just trying to peek in between it. The danger man Cresswell, Kenneh at the far post. McGurk's delivery. And up and away. I think that's Sutcliffe that went for it. He saw it late, tried to use the power that was on the ball. Great delivery again.
Yeah, it was good delivery. Difficult chance for Sutcliffe in the end. I think his body position was still facing McGurk when the ball came in. Couldn't quite swivel his hips, swivel his shoulders to try and direct the ball as much as he wanted to.
Galvez down the line to Edozie. They work a 1-2. Summerville gets there first, hooks the leg around the ball, fishes it away in Leeds' favour. A lack of width from that far side. Jenkins again. He's really enjoying making life tough for himself by trying to get Palmer and Delap as close as he can. That time he makes it look effortless as he flicks it across to a fellow teammate. Now into McGurk, pings it wide. Leeds have got space here. Sutcliffe encouraged to go down the line, which he does. Should have gone inside to Summerville. It nearly reaches Mateo Joseph, and lucky that from Sutcliffe. And now this, as you say, Ben, is Palmer's area of expertise. He gets so much space. He goes to Delap early. Kenneh needs to be told there's somebody in behind. Delap keeps going. Cresswell still standing him up. Cresswell gets the challenge in. Klaesson comes across. It's nerve-wracking. It's tough to watch when City are gliding forward like that, but Leeds are giving it a real good go. And again, strength in numbers, and Klaesson nice and safe.
Yeah, we defended really well. Get back in numbers, as you mentioned. Just didn't dive in. Didn't make it easy for likes of Delap. In that occasion, as a striker, you want a defender just to commit himself. We didn't. Stayed on his feet. Good defending.
Yeah, Joseph jumps up. Gray and Summerville just leave it for each other. And Lavia picks it away, and now McAtee coming forward. It's either Sutcliffe that's trying to stop him. Good challenge. That was Edozie. Sutcliffe gets his first man-on shout from the Cobb. An effective one. Great assist. As Summerville gets it to Jenkins. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half we go. Still City leading by 2-1. Bate goes over the top early towards Joseph. It's not a bad pass. His keeper's panicked. He's hooked it away. He knows he can't come off his line. Every time there's that little 50-50 ball, he's got to watch himself.
And our forward players are making such intelligent runs. Man City are playing with a high line. That pass is on all the time, and with Slicker on a yellow card. Seems a bit nervous now as well. Keep looking for that pass, keep making those runs.
Yeah, Sutcliffe has Bate making it a run inside, gets it to Jenkins. Great work from the two holding midfielders tonight for Leeds. It's into McGurk. From Jenkins, McGurk will dance away. It might even go for goal. McGurk goes for it, keeper tip that over. Sean McGurk taking them all on his own. It'll be a corner to Leeds. 3.5 minutes to go.
He's been bright recent weeks as McGurk as well. A big nod in his direction to start him tonight, and he's been bright. His footwork's been electric at times. Was on that occasion. Good effort.
Yeah, it's Archie Gray that has got the instructions to be giving out for him now for this set piece. Cresswell, Kenneh, I think it's Sutcliffe as well. All stood together alongside Joseph. Summerville just behind them. Can Leeds get a touch of this? Great into the near post. City head up into the air. Bate and Cresswell going for it towards the far post. McGurk gets out of his feet, goes for goal. The flag stayed down. Incredibly tough though for Sean McGurk, not only to bring it under control but to spin and turn. I just think he ran out of room.
I think he just got lost on the whereabouts he was on the pitch. Incredible difficulty technique to do. Almost got to control it on the chest, spin and put the ball in the back of the net in one moment. But again, another bright moment for us, which has been plenty of bright moments in this half. Gone toe to toe with Man City tonight. I don't want this half to end. Can we just keep going, Tom?
This Kenneh gets it inside. McGurk just about beaten to it. It'll be frustrating for Leeds because they need this momentum behind them. Can they get a goal? Man City player stays down in Kaiki. Leeds on the attack though with McGurk. Bate pulls away. McGurk goes early towards McAtee Gray. I think the keeper's going to knock this ball out here and allow the Man City player to receive treatments, which will extend this first half a little longer.
Good, I think the referee is listening to me.
Kaiki stayed down. So again, Leeds, a couple of players coming across for a drink. And this fight at the bottom from Leeds. Chelsea, Everton, Blackburn all involved, trying to retain their PL2 Division 1 status. As first halves go against what you'd think could be soon to be champions in a couple of weeks, I think it's been a really positive performance, man.
Oh, hugely. I'm sure Andy Taylor stood there in his technical area, be one proud, but two, he knows we're in with a massive chance of not only getting 1 point, but they're all free tonight because the players have been bang up for it. Large parts of this game's been superb to watch. Just them transitions where we've been hurt, real close together was the Manchester City goals. That'll be the disappointment, but largely on the front foot, been rigid, looks a real threat going forward. The technical ability the players are showing to deal with the ball under pressure.
Yeah, really enjoyable first 45 minutes here at Elland Road. Let's hope it continues in the same vein before this first half comes to an end. Let's hope we've got a time for one more chance for Leeds. He's encouraged back on the pitch by the referee, Andrew Miller. 6 minutes. Ben's text the fourth official. Bate heads up and away towards Joseph, who chests it down. Now needs to try and get it back. He just gets beaten to it by Lavia. Lavia comes forward. Kenneh and Jenkins combine. The referee gives the free kick though to City. Palmer just gesturing he was going to take it early. Leeds have managed to cover all areas around him, so now he plays it out wide, and there's Edozie in space. He gets away, pings a pass into Palmer. McCarron is tight to him, but they've stood off here, and now Palmer's going to go for goal. He drags his shot wide. A little fortunate, really, perhaps.
To a certain extent we were. Just as about Palmer was about to pull the trigger, just backed off. But when he first received the ball, I was happy with the defensive shape. We just showed him where we had the numbers.
Archie Gray just takes it off Joseph's path with a little flick on header. Summerville tries to go past Lavia. He will go to ground. That should be a card. He's going to get one. Worryingly for Leeds, Summerville stays down. And Romeo Lavia becomes the latest player to be booked.
And Romeo Lavia becomes the latest player just to go into the book of players who Summerville makes look a little bit stupid.
Good few chapters of that book now. Comes for a second edition in a couple of years, I think. And the referee urges the physios to come on. So Ben is going to get his wish of the first half never ever ending. Not sure if Summerville just winded or he's maybe landed awkwardly. Bate, Gray, Kenneh having a word with the official. And we will be delayed again as McGurk will just go across and again get his eye in for this set piece, pick his route to goal. And there's his little word of communication, little chat with Charlie Cresswell. If he could pick somebody out from a set piece, it would be the Leeds skipper. So makes sense to go while you've got the time, have a word. Summerville is back on his feet. It's at the right arm or right shoulder. That's the area that's troubling him. Hopefully for Leeds it's an area that he can just go through to half-time and shake it off. He's such an important player for Leeds. Thumbs up from the physio team. And Summerville receives another round of applause for the second time after coming off with a slight injury. So Leeds poised, ready to attack. McGurk. That wall is not 10 yards, McGurk's asking. The referee is now telling him to hurry up with it. McGurk is going to have to do this anyway. He swings the ball into the far post. Cresswell is there towards the far post, just over the top, and not sure if Charlie Cresswell or Kenneh either got in each other's way or blocked each other's view. Kenneh has stayed down. Have they hit each other, Ben?
I think Charlie Cresswell's headed Kenneh.
Well, that is not a nice place to be. It's a big, powerful header.
Yeah, it certainly is. He's back on his feet, running back into his position is Kenneh, but great delivery yet again from McGurk. Just didn't quite listen to the shout, did Nowen.
Kenneh must know, though, when he plays alongside Charlie Cresswell, it could be collateral damage. He could be wiped out at any second. Such is the style of Cresswell. He gets in before Delap again. Flicked on by Jenkins. This is where McAtee tries to come alive. He slices the pass. Sutcliffe racing back to try and stop Sam Edozie. And still going, Sutcliffe. Edozie's beaten him a couple of times, but Sutcliffe, through sheer grit and determination, has got back goal side and blocked across. Sutcliffe does have two players for company here in McAtee and Edozie. Sutcliffe spots the danger, Leeds are forced to push up or encouraged to push up. And it is City, the team that's ending the first half in possession and trying to dictate. Summerville nearly gets to Galvez. And Mbete, if you hadn't heard of Mateo Joseph, has certainly heard of him in the first half. And again, Edozie in bundles of space. City have spotted this and work it left. So with Galvez to McAtee once more. Delap, Jenkins, Kenneh. Kenneh gets across, pokes it away to Jenkins, who now gets it to Bate. Leeds need to be quick here. Bate went with a risky pass to McGurk and gives the ball away. Bate then tries to fly in to stop it. Jenkins wrestles with him. McGurk gets involved. Leeds fighting for every ball. Cole Palmer brings down McGurk. And as first half efforts go for standing up for each other, wearing the shirt with pride, but it's been a great effort. And bring on the second half.
Just the reactions to disappointments, giving the ball away, making a mistake on the pitch. Everyone makes them.
And Cresswell, the last touch, but plenty to be happy about, Ben. Plenty to be positive about. It's not all doom and gloom despite the 2-1 scoreline to Man City.
Oh, plenty to play for in the second half. You're right, Tom, because large parts, as we mentioned, towards the end of the half there, some of the football we've played, different areas of the pitch, different transitions, players really thriving in this big atmosphere. But you're right, it's 2-1, scoreline reverse at half-time, but plenty to be positive coming out in the second.
Yeah, so fingers crossed, join us for all the action here on LUTV for that second half. So Mateo Joseph opened the scoring for Leeds. Kaki and Cole Palmer put City in front. In around 15 minutes' time, we'll have the second half commentary. Welcome back to LUTV's coverage of this Leeds United 23s game, should I say. And this PL2 Division 1 contest, Leeds United 1, Manchester City 2, as we wait for the second half to get underway. City, who are yet to make their way onto the Elland Road pitch. Leeds' players out nice and early, doesn't look like we're going to get a change. Just trying to do the quick maths and numbers. Mateo Joseph opened the scoring. 2 goals though from City, Kaiki and Cole Palmer in quick succession put City in front. Contentious red card call on goalkeeper Kieran Slicker. Don't think there was many people inside Elland Road that didn't think that was a red. There was also a penalty shout because Summerville fouled, and while I wasn't as convinced, there's quite a lot of people that downstairs below us said that they thought it was a red pen, so a penalty and a red card for a second yellow. So lots of contentious decisions, lots of drama, lots of excitement. If the second half is anything like the first, we're in for a real treat.
We are. All I have to say, what half of football, by the way. The quality, the tempo, everything you want in a football match was there. But we've got a job to do in the second half. It's important we start bright, start well. We started the first half well when we got hit with 2 sucker punches and out of nowhere was behind. But the response the boys shown was absolutely incredible, really was. We need to show lots of heart, quality, determination. We just need everybody in a white shirt tonight to be at it. They have for 45 minutes. We need it for 90 plus tonight, because if they are, we will get something out of this game. We will go on to win this game. But it's going to be a big challenge. But just imagine, put yourself in one of our young boys' shoes tonight. Incredible.
Yeah, the replacement is Palmer off. Oscar Bobb is on, number 15. So you know the ability of the entire City squad. They'll have depth in numbers. I'd like to think, loosely, Ben, that Cole Palmer being off the pitch is a benefit for Leeds, but we can't take anything for granted with this City squad. An exceptionally talented bunch. Leeds proved in the first half they are just as talented on the front foot as well. And they fought fire with fire. I thought the pressing as well was arguably the best they've done in such a short period of time. And, the new coaching staff, of course, the blueprint of Jesse Marsh, and adapted it to it really well. It was so effective in that first 45 minutes. They caused so many mistakes. And Summerville was one of those to benefit. He went to try and return the pass to Sutcliffe, and Gray leaves Mbete to it, who will clear his lines across the field. It's important McCarron gets across there, gives up the space, and now Kaiki running forward. Bate cuts and checks the run, and McGurk likewise as well. And say Leeds were under a little bit of pressure there, a bit of heart in mouth. So when you see Kaiki running free, they've managed to get away with it.
Yeah, we've done it plenty of times in the first half where you think we're out of shape, out of position. Bit of the work rate after the ball, just gets back in, stops the counter attack.
Yeah, Summerville leading the charge again. Kieran Slicker in front of the cop. He'll get some stick. As we mentioned earlier, challenge on Summerville, which was deemed a yellow card worthy one, with a poor pass out from the back from City. Leeds really have pounced as McGurk goes past his man. Now towards the penalty box, Sean McGurk dancing one way, goes the other, across the face. Slicker, good hands, really good hands from Kieran Slicker. Had to be, because Mateo Joseph was there to pounce.
He was, but yeah, excellent again from McGurk. His footwork is so good.
Good touch from Sutcliffe. Good footwork from him as well, because he had to check his run. Realised the ball was underneath his studs directly. Just about gets his feet out of a tangle to poke it away and stop a counter. City on the attack. Cresswell got to watch across the face into the side netting. Great play for Leeds. He just looked at another dangerous player, Edozie. Only seems to know one thing really: head down driving runs, and by the looks of things he's very, very good at it.
But I like Klaasson's position there. He was good, always knew it was going wide.
Mateo Joseph is asking for the throw, he gets it. Andrew Tedder was too busy trying to give him an instruction and a bit of praise for that press. Relentless from him. He's given Shea Charles a torrid time at centre half, and Mbete as well. And Joseph tries to keep it alive. Archie Gray will concede a free kick. Oduroh will second best. Didn't seem too much in it to me, but maybe felt the effects of it, maybe an arm to the face that we didn't see.
Yeah, maybe, but again, we're on the front foot. The referee just called on the physio staff from Man City. But my point is, they are on the front foot, looking to press. Just got to be careful. Archie Gray on a yellow card, Summerville on a yellow card as well. Don't make any rash decisions. They won't. They are intelligent footballers. You've got to keep having that intent though, being on the front foot, because we saw in the first 45, the Man City players uncomfortable at times, still trying to play out, but under this pressure, even players with their ability can fall at times.
Charles told to get on with it by somebody in the West End. To Klaesson, Kenneh in space. Kenneh goes early to Joseph. He knows that is an out ball with his ability to hold up the ball. He just can't pass it sideways to Gray. Good play again from Sutcliffe to stop City attacking. Delap beaten to it by Kenneh. Jenkins gets to McAtee. Effective enough from Leeds now with Cresswell. Cresswell goes early to Summerville, who has peeled away. Brings it under control. Now can he get his head driving down and attack with venom? He'll do so with more control. Still dancing around Summerville. Wants to cross it. Sends the defender the wrong way, unfortunately. Number 11 had come back to help out. Both teams appeal for the throw. Edozie gets it his way. Even when he's walking, Chris Summerville, he still moves fast. Got to the edge of the box without even running. Here is Bate inside. Oh, a good ball that is towards Gray. Gray tries to get it out towards Jenkins. Goes for goal early. Oh, just wide. And Jenkins tried to catch everybody by surprise, including the keeper. And I just thought it was going to bobble into the bottom corner.
So did I from our position here in the West Stand. Slicker was at full stretch. He was uncertain where his upright was. Good effort from Jenkins on his weaker left foot.
It's there to be hit, take a touch and you're under pressure. There's more good work from the Man City number 11, Edozie. And what am I saying, good work for him? It's good work for Leeds. They hunt in bunches there. Archie Gray sets off down the line. He isn't spotted by Sutcliffe and he goes across field to Cresswell. Cresswell under pressure. It was Bobb, the one that was getting closest to him. Over the top again, Summerville tries to get there and Mbete can try and head it into space. Lavia does well to bring it under control, but again, Leeds smother the midfielder. Bate pops up, McCarron to McGurk, who will try and get it down the line back to him, and he does just that. It's great work from Sean McGurk. McCarron tries to ride the challenge, he's just stopped. Leeds have to get back here. McCarron has to get it back, and he does. Gray, now Gray looking forward, he just can't get it out of his feet. Actually great. And City rather riskily taken across the box to Romeo Lavia. This game is so tense. Leeds under pressure at one point, panicking. There was a space at left back, and then all of a sudden they had the ball as here comes Delap. running forward towards goal. Delap turns away, runs into no one. Kenneh, who sends him to the ground. Kenneh is beaten to it though. He goes back in, does the Leeds United number 6. Cresswell steps up to help out. Kenneh again forces it to Jenkins. Now Leeds on the attack. Jenkins floats it over the top to Summerville, who will have the pace to get to it. Now he's trying to run at Mbete. He's got a couple inside of him. Summerville, he glides inside. He's still going Summerville. Can he find the space to shoot? He lays it to Jenkins, who goes for off the frame of the goal. And Leeds from one end of the pitch to the other are denied. Leeds United 1, Man City 2. What a fantastic team movement.
Tom, this is football of the highest quality. And I just don't mean under 23 football and pressing first team football, because the way we're counter-pressing, it's honestly world class. Players are working ever so hard, but when we get the ball in possession, we've got the quality to match. The depth touch Summerville. So unlucky was Jenkins in the end. What an atmosphere.
Slicker gets his pass all wrong. And Leeds fans let him know about it. Forward it goes early towards Joseph, who holds up the press. Just couldn't get it away as Joseph beaten to it, and Kaiki gets away. McAtee tries to do the same, a slip from Cresswell, but Cresswell gets up at least to foul Delap. He knows what he's doing there, Charlie Cresswell. I think he's actually hurt himself landing on the boot of Delap. But the slip is what put him under trouble. His positioning was fine.
Yeah, it was. Experience from Charlie Cresswell. Good professional foul in the end.
Yeah, Leeds doing all they possibly can to go and get an equalising goal. Outstanding effort from the team that's fighting to survive in this league against top of the table. City need a point to be champions. Here is Archie Gray, needs a shout from Manoni, gets one. McAtee gets across, Archie Gray outmuscles him there. That is another contentious call. I thought Archie Gray and McAtee did the exact same thing to each other. Bit of a tussle here and there. Referee doesn't agree, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, just saw it from a different angle, the referee. Pinch it with Charlie Cresswell playing the passes out wide and then releasing Archie Gray, getting those pocket of spaces. Just didn't quite see the runner on his right hand side in McAtee.
Cresswell clears and Mbete's pass to Gray. Joseph has got a foot race to try and win. Gets the wrong side of the defender. Doesn't mean he's going to give up though. McGurk slips at the pivotal moment. A couple of slips have actually worked in City's favour because Leeds were in some good areas there. Risky pass, Sutcliffe steps up, McAtee gets there. Now Leeds have to get back in numbers. Jenkins spots McAtee charging forward. Leeds are racing back. Out on that far side is Edozie. Kenneh goes to ground, Edozie gets back, he pulls him back. Will be a free kick to Leeds. Still couldn't score. Small margins. Got to take that.
Another example of outstanding defending from Noah and Kenneh. Yeah, he just stands on his feet. No one's coming over to the touchline. Take some fluids on board.
Yeah, another immense effort from Noah and Kenneh. Gets the drink on board. Sean McGurk comes across from the tactical analysis, bit of update from the coaching staff alongside Andrew Taylor. And it is with Christopher Klaesson. And Klaesson comes across. To Cresswell. On the line towards Gray. Gray racing free. Head to the box, left by Summerville. McGurk goes for it, save. Joseph still going, lays it off to Jenkins. Jenkins for Summerville. Joseph is there. It's still not fully clear. Now it is across towards the founders stand and Leeds. Matteo Joseph gets up off the deck and he encourages the clock to keep going. He doesn't even realise the game is back underway. Bate goes for it, goes for range, just wide. What a game.
We're knocking on the door, Tom. You just sense that equaliser's coming. Again, fantastic play down this left-hand side. Ended up with 5 bodies in the box. The ball pinballing around.
Jenkins knew what he was doing there. Into great. A little bit short to Summerville, he still gets there. Hooks it away from the oncoming defender, pokes it forward, free kick. Gets it.
We're seeing the footwork from McGurk. Summerville just saying, well, you can do that, here's mine. I haven't seen footwork that good since I've seen you on a night out, Tom.
Oh dear. Can't help yourself, cannot help yourself as Jenkins gets down the left looking for McCarron. McGurk wants to take a quick throw, no sign of any subject for Leeds. Jenkins just beaten to it, Kaiki is away. Cresswell comes across, slows him down. Kenneh gets there, no one. Kenneh puts in a strong challenge, and no wonder the crowd applaud the work. Now Bate gets involved. He's been watching Summerville too much in training. He keeps going, does Lewis Bate. Now can he look into the box? He tries and pick out Joseph, headed away. Lewis Bate will get it back down the line to McGurk. Was an option to go back, but Lee's on the front foot. Joseph, can he find space to shoot? Lays it back to McGurk. Summerville's asking for it at the far post. McGurk sends a defender the wrong way, stings the palm to the keeper across the face of goal, and Leeds are battering the door here at Elland Road. Still cannot find a way through. Lewis Bate wrestling away, and Kaiki gets it clear, only for a throw. 15 minutes have already gone on the second half.
Where have they gone? With that massive crowd, the cop behind the goal. Back they're doing a match day for the first team. Just driving on the boys, driving towards that goal.
Yeah, McGurk gets the right side, gets it back, tries to fire his way through. He's got the defender panicking, he swings the cross in, it'll be a corner. Sean McGurk, what a performance. They're so up for this, Leeds United's under 23s. They're 2-1 down. Can they change that here? Archie Gray just stretches out the hamstrings, waiting for the set piece to be taken. Charlie Cresswell, for now, is stood on the edge of the box. And Kenneh, Cresswell goes to the far post. He's got Brick free of his marker. Here comes Cresswell. It's headed away by Delap. It's out to Bate. Bate waits for the overlapping runner. Doesn't use him. Still going, Lewis Bate. It'll be a challenge on that far side from Sam Edozie. Another corner, Ben.
Nearly the perfect set-piece routine. Charlie Cresswell round the back. Just didn't quite get there. But second balls are important. Get on them. Force another corner.
Yeah, again, number 5, Charlie Cresswell. Number 6 of Noah Kenneh. The 2 centre-backs to aim at. Matteo Joseph has certainly got some power about him in the air, as Archie Gray will look for one of that trio. Sutcliffe breaks free at the near post. It's towards the near post. McAtee clears. Jenkins gets it. Pings it wide to Gray. First time of asking. Now can Gray get past McAtee? The youngster trying to wrestle his way free. Gets caught. He will give away a free kick. But again, I know that's we're disappointed we've given away a free kick, but it's so smart from Archie Gray because City get free. All the times that City have looked dangerous is when Leeds have just switched off for a split second and they've countered. So just stopping them, putting them in this corner is perfect. Just don't do it too many times because he's been booked.
That's the balance.
Slicker on a card. Well, the crowd would have given him a tough time anyway, but if you wonder why the crowd are giving him an extra tough time, if you only just joined UTV's coverage, he was booked in the first half for a challenge, which a lot of the fans thought was a red, and Leeds smother McAtee again. City's top scorer not being given a moment's rest as Jenkins picks out Sutcliffe. He wants to join the attack. The pass was a little wayward. Sutcliffe has to work so hard to get it back. And he does just that. Gray tells Kenneh he wants it in behind. He spots it, just can't release him. And now City break free. It is with Bobb. He's got Delap in front of him. Cresswell and Kenneh standing off for the time being. McAtee in support. Bobb tries to slit it through. Kenneh gets a touch to it. Sutcliffe gets there as well. And it's towards Summerville. And of course, this game is attack versus attack. Leeds not interested in slowing it down. In behind, it's a really good ball. Cresswell has to get there. Cresswell does. Kaiki gets the look of the bounce, and it's into the side netting. What a moment in this match that could be. Kaiki fires wide, one-on-one with the keeper. You think the net's going to bulge?
Big chance, big let-off. You think Charlie Cresswell gets there? He does. Just doesn't get the rub of the green. They gave McCarron starting position. Just a bit more narrow, a bit closer to Charlie Cresswell. Stop that channel.
Yeah, we're just being encouraged to stand up by a very famous chant of Leeds United as Cresswell gets it back to Klaesson. And Kenneh back on the ball. Needs help here, no one. Kenneh deals with it. Across to Cresswell. Summerville jumps up, gets a slight touch on it. Joseph and Summerville again leading the press, trying to force a mistake. Slicker gets away. Jenkins a little nudge in advance. McAtee just gets ahead. So does the left midfielder, which is Edozie, and City from nowhere. The player's about to break down and now on the attack. Cresswell comes across. And Charlie Cresswell, man on ball. That's a really good battle, that, between Lee and Delap. Two players that have clearly got bright futures. As Leeds have got a sub lined up. Amari Miller appears to be the one that they've chosen.
I tell you what though, Charlie Cresswell's eyes just must light up every time that comes on that occasion. Remembering the first team, Wolves away, that fantastic comeback victory.
Summerville replaced by Amari Miller. One speed merchant for another. And he's been in the wars a little bit today, Crescencio Summerville. 65 minutes he gets. Such is the tie. I'm sure he'll be a little bit annoyed to be coming off, which is tells you how good this game has been. As City over the top, Kaiki into Oduroh. It's not the pass that City wanted. Into McAtee, who doesn't get a decent touch to it. Cresswell has been encouraged to calm it down by Ben. Doesn't listen to you, Ben. Smashes it across the park.
Yeah, I think it's the first time in this half especially where, I wouldn't say it's a bit of a lull, but we've just not been as dominant as we have been, because it's been some half of football from our point of view. Done everything right but find the back of the net.
Yeah, Kenneh's header doesn't get to Cresswell. Delap gets there first, leads under pressure here as McCarron gets across. He has to be quick here, McCarron he is. Clears down the line, keeps it in play. The claps for Summerville, who's making his way in front of the West Stand, and he's lapping it up, and the fans really appreciate his effort. Oduroh back in the middle. This is what City want though, just a little bit of a slower tempo. Of course, with a change, you're always bound to get a difference in momentum for a split second. Very tough for Amari Miller to get straight into the mix of the game and the speed of it. Cresswell will cover it, but as a sub, Ben, it must be looking like you've got your McKinstrys, Allen, Mullens, Millers. Must be itching to get on the park.
Oh, of course. Doesn't matter if you're a young player, even an experienced first team player, you want to play in atmospheres like this. This is what it's all about, playing for the best club in the world. That's what we are. We have the best fans in the world. That's what makes us what we are so special. But it's important we get back on this game, because Man City are just starting to dominate the ball.
Yeah, towards the left back, Galvez swings in across. Leads his pass from Jenkins there a little bit wayward. McCarron has to use the afterburners to get it clear. Can't get the power, and City pounds as here comes Bobb. Turns inside Cresswell. Cresswell tries to stand him up. He gets it away. It's to Delap. Delap's going to shoot well wide of the goal in the end. And City have got another change lined up. Gyabi will come on for Kaiki, the number 7. And I, for one, am relieved.
There's been a real big threat for Man City, a real thorn in our side tonight. Whether it's like for like, we'll have to see.
Penny for the thoughts of Liam McCarron. Relief, perhaps, a break for a split second, but it's a little switch. It looks like Bobb's gone out to the right midfield. And number 14, Gyabi, has gone more centrally. And as we keep saying, though, I'm sure our viewers as well, it's not a case for Leeds to be able to switch off due to these changes. As Cresswell goes down the line, it's a curling pass. Archie Gray picks the pocket of Oduroh, turns inside, no free kick. Oduroh racing away, McGurk gets across, gets a free kick. Very late contact from it, at best, if McGurk was not that. I think McGurk thinks it's a throw. You're not in agreement, Ben?
I just think it's a fair challenge yet again. Archie Gray does ever so well, backed up by McGurk. Just think it should have been a Leeds United throw.
Mbete spots that McAtee was in open space. He asked for it as well. McGurk tries to get across. McAtee plays the 1-2. And now McCarron's got to get there. And he does. He gets an important touch on it, McCarron. He's told to take it himself. And he does, and he clears with power up to Joseph, who's backing in, trying to turn the defender the wrong way. Now two City players get in a tangle. A rush pass from Bate, Cresswell to Kenneh. All with Delap on their case. Miller's first touch of the ball to Bate. Bate to McCarron. And again, these individual battles maintain such a high quality. Bate across to McCarron once more, who's looking down the line to Gray. It's just too far over his head. It's a very powerful header, but the City have kept it in. Joseph tells Gray to cover the defender. And again, this is very mentally very testing, Ben, with 70 minutes gone. To keep the same tempo we've had throughout the game, the same sort of concentration levels. Very, very tough for both teams, and quietest period I think we've had in the entire match this last 6-7 minutes.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Tom. It's important you don't get frustrated that we haven't got the equaliser. Plenty of time left.
Yeah, McGurk keeps it, just can't get away. Jenkins didn't realise it wasn't going to fall for Gray. And again, that's that concentration levels. Leeds are punished for a challenge, which again looked a close one. Just the last few 50-50s have gone City's way with the set pieces. Leeds haven't been able to win them, or the referee hasn't let the play go, which has stopped Leeds in their tracks.
Just seen McKinstry getting called back. Could be a game for him to come on. Plenty of quality.
Tough one as well, because naturally McKinstry's played left midfield the last few weeks, has been really good.
Well, I've just seen McGurk. I think he's out on his feet, unfortunately.
I'm about to say McGurk has been one of the best players, unless you've spotted something which you answered for me. So he heads it back inside. Delap towards McAtee. McCarron racing back, trying to get past Bobb. McCarron gets there. Shoulder barge gets it back. McCarron goes for another clearance, and will probably finish. Should have won the ball higher at the pitch. That's a really nice touch from Joseph into Archie Gray. 2-on-2. It's Gray and Omari Miller. Gray might not even use him. He's still twisting, still turning, goes to ground, tries to get it back towards Joseph. Joseph looks up, tries to curl it into the far corner. It's just going to go wide of the far post. It is Leeds United 1, Man City 2 still.
Unbelievable number 9 and number 10 play. First of all, Mateo Joseph, the ball comes into him, holds it up, gets on the half turn, and then that's what you need, your number 10 Archie Gray, getting beyond your striker. Is there a penalty? I think he just gets tired in the end, falls to the floor. The effort from Mateo Joseph, never curling enough.
Challenge for Bate. He, Jack Jenkins, Archie Gray, Mateo Joseph, Ben Parker, and thousands of others think he's got it wrong. We'll say Charlie Cresswell as well, because he never agrees. Sean McGurk gets brought off in the 73rd minute. Great performance from Sean McGurk. And as a fan base, this football club requires a certain level of effort to play. I think when Sean McGurk sits down, the fans have got no argument to how much effort he's exerted in this match tonight. But again, it's all about opportunities. We have one game left. Arsenal, there's a week today. Should Stuart McKinstry come off the bench? Should Amari Miller come off the bench and do something? It'll be in the manager's mind for starting spots next week. Leeds think that's gone out for a throw. Linesman doesn't agree on the far side in front of the family stand. Well, pinged up to Joseph. He wants a free kick. Just feels like Leeds have got nothing at the minute. The last, just the tide is turning in City's favour. Just needs something bent. A challenge to go their way. Get the fans back on their feet. Something got to stop City scoring here as they get advantage from the free kick as they race forward. Cresswell trying to stop the shot coming in. It takes a wicked deflection over the top. It goes. It'll be behind for a corner. And Edozie continues to cause carnage.
What a block! Seriously incredible. Charlie Cresswell needed that, and you're right, you can sense Man City are growing into this half now. It's almost like they've weathered the storm. We're trying to search for that second win, so to speak. Fantastic run. Any young defender, just watch that. Doesn't commit, doesn't go to ground, holds his position. Vital block.
It's a game of chess, wasn't it, to see who was going to commit first. Cresswell, as you say, suggesting he was going to go to ground, kept flicking out the leg, and in the very last second he got it right. Referee stops matters, now allows play to continue. He wanted to check the Leeds player was back the required distance, pardon me, as we get it back to Romeo Lavia, looping ball in. Klaesson deals with it. Stuart McKinstry has set off on his way. He has checked that run though. Don't think McKinstry fancied the race against the right back. Kenneh's ball under hit to Miller. You just haven't got Miller into the game yet. That isn't due to the lack of poor play. City have just started to control things a little better. There's a moment of inspiration from somebody out there in that famous white shirt as Edozie again dancing forward. Kenneh stands his ground, gets a touch to it at the last second. He's one-on-one defending. No, and Kenneh, superb as the ball goes towards the far post. McCarron racing forward. Bobb skims away from him. McCarron comes back for a second attempt. It's important that he does as he gets it away. Quick feet from Leeds. Great. Has to thread it through a really tight gap to Joseph, who does the exact same thing. That pass is just a little bit under hit. Miller racing forward. There's almost a wall forming now on that halfway line for Leeds. They haven't got over it for a good long while. Bate flies in, wins the tackle back. That could be what Leeds need to galvanise them. Just picked up the tempo again as Jenkins sets forward. He curls it inside to McKinstry. What a great ball that is. McKinstry needs help, having his shirt pulled. Goes in for a second attempt. McKinstry wants a free kick, needs to play on. Jenkins gets it back anyway. Leeds need width, need somebody to make an attacking run. Jenkins makes it himself and he floats it over the top to Gray. And the defender gets back in time. Well, Jack Jenkins and Lewis Bate deciding to do it all themselves.
Again, another example of the counter press. It's so difficult to do, Tom. We're making it look so easy.
Jenkins back to Cresswell. McCarron comes wide. McKinstry's popped up in the inside. McCarron skips away from Bobb and now will go on one of his trademark runs. Wants to try and play the 1-2. The pass is short. McAtee goes early towards Delap. Cresswell stalking him like a hawk. Delap flinging the arm out across to try and shield it. Cresswell comes across. He's got nobody in support here though, has Leon Delap. And he goes back, and really professional work from Charlie Cresswell. Doesn't draw A foul doesn't make anything to give City an upper hand. Go back to halfway where Luke Mbete stood. He's certainly had more time in the second half than he has the first. Miller gets two. Tom Galvez. Charles. McAtee. Too much space for someone of his power and ability. Jenkins comes across, doesn't get to the ball. Don't think that anyone can complain with that. McAtee is going one way, Jenkins is going the other. He ends up on the deck.
Yeah, unfortunately, from Jack Jenkins' point of view, he read what McAtee was going to do, just missed the ball completely. It's important at this moment where Manchester City is starting to dominate possession, we don't concede. Still 12 minutes plus the stoppage to be added, still plenty of time to get that equaliser. Who knows what might happen from that point of view, but don't concede.
So McAtee stood over it. He's the danger man for City. McAtee curls it towards the top corner. Klaesson had it covered. Weird night for Christopher Klaesson. Everything he could do within the air, controlled things, spoken to his defenders really well, let them know when he's coming for every ball. The 2 one-on-ones, he was helpless. And yet it'd be disappointed. No keeper's ever happy to concede a goal. I think the last 6 weeks he's been really improved.
Go back to the game here, the under-23s game against Manchester United. He was excellent. And then his appearance for the first team, crucial time, excellent as well.
Yeah, just cursed him as he gave that ball away. I'll stop talking about him now. As McCarron racing forward. Oh, the ball hits McKinstry, it's so unlucky. Bate steps up to try and stop. Jenkins does the same, so they've left a bit of a space on the other side of midfield. But back comes Miller. Sutcliffe needs help, as he has to try and get some Edozie off the ball. Edozie yet again going into the middle, cleared away by Bate. Joseph can't get goal side of Mbete. He races back to try and do so again. City are just starting to win all the second balls now, making it their game. What can Leeds come up with in the final 10 minutes? Have they got anything left in the tank? Oduroh goes flying in. McCarron knows he can't. Wasn't goal side, would have been a penalty. McAtee swings the ball in towards Delap. Sutcliffe gets up, puts him off enough, and just steered into a very easy save for Klaesson. Leeds players out on their feet there. McKinstry's hobbling. That's from a challenge rather than fitness. McCarron's tired, but still Leeds have to find the energy, and Harvey Sutcliffe is doing all he can to find it himself. He races forward down the line to Miller. Lack of options though for Leeds. They're appealing for a free kick. It isn't going to go their way out for a throw-in either. I think the truth of the matter is they just look very tired, Ben, which is no shame at all, the effort they've put out.
Unbelievable energy efforts tonight, Tom. Really is. You're just hoping, I mentioned, getting a second wind. It's a crucial part of the match now where we really need it. The crowd will play a massive part. They'll back the boys till the end.
Yeah, Bate gets it out wide to Gray. Gray looks inside to Miller, works the pass back. Leeds trying to come forward. Joseph gets away. Can he head it towards goal? He tries. It's going well wide of the target. It is still Leeds 1, Man City 2.
Yeah, I think the option just headed back down. The support was there. Jenkins, the hobbling McKinstry as well. He's keeping a close eye on McKinstry. Well over a minute now, he's been limping quite heavily. Hope he can run it off. We do have another substitute up our sleeve if we need to use it.
Yeah, Elland and Mullen, the other two subs. We've seen everything if Jeremiah Mullen plays left midfield. But I've seen everybody else play everywhere else for Leeds. Bobb goes to the ground, tries to lie on the ball. Good refereeing. Cresswell comes away from McAtee. Miller's asking for it in behind. Cresswell puts too much power on it. And he looks to the skies in frustrations, but again, a little minute or two there for Leeds, Ben, a bit more joy.
Yeah, just encouraging signs, that's all you want. A little sniff. Something can just trigger you back into how you start this game. Well, the majority of the second half anyway.
Yeah, Sutcliffe with power on the header towards Gray. He's trying to bring it under control. He does it rather easily. Still going Gray into the feet of Joseph, the Opportunity to leave it for Jenkins was there. Look at the support of Jenkins. He's run himself into the ground. He's still going out to Miller. Miller gets the ball in. Jenkins goes for it. McKinstry hobbling at the far post. He's telling McCarron to sit. McCarron waits and poised and gets to the ball. It's a poor touch back from Jenkins. McCarron coming. Might have to shoot if he wants to go early. Still going, Liam McCarron across the face. And it just goes wide. Goal kick.
I think we've got a second win, Tom. On the front foot, winning the second balls. Besides Manchester City starting to panic. The goalkeeper's getting some pelters behind the goal.
Yeah, those in the Kop have pinched the ball. There aren't new ones, sadly, so the game is over. As the crowd are alerted to a record-breaking night at Elland Road. The highest attendance at PL2 level is the honour of Leeds United. And the number 21,321. Not a normal attendance, not a normal football club.
I just think back to the first games we covered, Tom. When was that? Over 3.5 years ago now. When we stood at the side of the pitch against Crewe away. Someone told us then we'd be getting over 21,000 for under 23s. And I said, lock you up, because not a chance. We are also the best club in the world, the best fans in the world. The players are thriving off it. We can respond off this energy now, going around the stadium. One last big push, lads.
Borges has just come on for Man City. I thought what you was going to say was, after Crewe, you'd never do another game again, because all you did was moan about how cold you were, how bad it was, how muddy your feet were in your nice shoes. Patience, Ben, patience gets us here as the ball is back to Delap. I don't know how on one of the happiest nights of our 23s commentary coverage we've managed to mention the most miserable day ever, but there we go.
Flashbacks, Tom. Still keeps me up at night.
As Mbete goes for the ball and goes long, and Sutcliffe heads away towards Miller. McKinstry, by the way, he's running a bit more freely. McCarron turned inside. Cresswell shot's going to come in. Klaesson gets his body behind it. Edozie has been a constant pain in Leeds' side. He's going with Kenneh again. Midfielder Lavia is struggling for Man City. It was great. The fans getting behind him was actually great. He's able to win a free kick, and a big cheer goes up here at Elland Road. And Archie Gray not happy about Lavia sitting down on the deck. And the breaking play still doesn't have to just be City's advantage. Leeds can get some instructions. Coaching are getting some words into Archie Gray and some extra refreshments. Huge 5 minutes in Leeds United under 23s campaign. Huge. Plus a bit of stoppage time, of course.
Yeah, you're right, Tom. It's interesting. Man City, the last 10-15 minutes, slowing the game down. Bit of time wasted creeping in. They know, keep as it is, they'll win the title. Both teams have got huge amounts at stake on this game tonight. But the likes of Archie Gray in that midfield, Lewis Bate, could go through the whole team. Each of them have been fantastic. Keep saying it, one final push. We've got it in us.
So stood over this free kick is Lewis Bate. He is alone if City counter. Jenkins. McCarron will sit back and hover as well as Bate goes early. Keeper comes off his line, he catches it, just good hands. You have to say, underneath that is Harvey Sutcliffe, smothered. And Leeds fans, rightly so, will appeal for everything. You've got to sometimes doff your cap and say good handling, because if he drops that, Leeds are ready to pounce.
Yeah, his body's around as well. So very near.
Yeah, Jenkins doesn't get to the pass, Miller does, leaves it behind Gray. That's the margins are so fine. Leeds didn't have to make that pass. Oh, it wasn't going astray in the first half, it has the second half. McKinstry racing up, tries to be too strong, too powerful for Bobb. He gets it away. Look at the numbers in Leeds. They have got that second wind, but they have to make sure they still cover the players in midfield. Gyabi is one of those. Delap gets free. Cresswell trying to stop him going for goal. Cresswell comes across. It takes a deflection, and it's a wicked deflection that will end proceedings. Leeds United 1, Man City 3. Leeds United 23 did not deserve that, and all good strikers will celebrate goals. That takes a little bit of cheek. Huge deflection, but Man City's danger man up front finally gets his goal.
You called it, Tom. We don't deserve that at all. First real occasion where I think we just committed bodies forward, rightly so, by the way. Trying to push for that equaliser. Always leave yourself exposed, and you think Charlie Cresswell yet again, another block, another challenge. Unfortunately, the luck wasn't on our side this time.
Yeah, those fans trying to give the players some last-minute encouragement. There's always going to be a tall order. This, arguably one of the better players of the season for work rate, teamwork. And that press in the first half, it caused absolute carnage for the team that are about to win the PL2 Division 1 title. If it hasn't given the players belief, I'm not sure what will. Ball into the box. He's trying to feed off the scraps. It's a heavy touch. Leeds will get a corner.
The one thing about this group, Tom, this group of players, this group of staff, will keep going till that final whistle. You just never know. All it takes is a goal here, game back on.
Yeah, there should be at least 5 minutes of stoppage time.
Well, you'd think if there were 6 in the first half, should at least match that.
And the board is about to go up. Gray gets ready. Leeds have a train of white shirts ready to try and go. Miller's just peeping behind them. 4 white shirts on the edge of the box. Needs a good delivery into the near post. Hid away. Out it goes to Jenkins, who is going to go for goal first time. It's wide. And the keeper never troubled. Five minutes. Which, had that third goal not gone in, there would have been a much more louder cheer. Well, that's how it goes, unfortunately, at this level. Leeds have been on some of these scorelines where they've played really well. Defensively switched off. They've learned so much from this season. Never mind this game. What they learned from this game could be a chapter in itself, as Gray tries to steer it forward to Joseph, just too far in front of the striker. I think it's another really impressive game, Ben. Trying to single out individuals. I think as a group they've been superb, but Joseph in the first half, alongside Summerville, Sean McGurk, best performance for Leeds 23s by a mile. Defensive, they've stayed strong, and yet I know it's 3-1 and they'll be disappointed, but they've got to go ahead now to Arsenal with confidence they can mix it with the very best.
I'm sure the message between the players, the staff, play like we do tonight against Arsenal, we'll get the 3 points.
And it goes to Bate. Sorry, Jenkins, should I say. Yeah, depending on the results, Chelsea, who are below Leeds in the table, play on Monday night. Free kick given Leeds' way. Leeds did have the ball 15 yards further down the pitch, so could have played on. Yeah, it's Chelsea's results that Leeds have to watch out for. They play Brighton on Monday. Blackburn the week that Leeds play Arsenal. And they'll end the season the week after Leeds as Gray goes for goal. Just a low daisy cutter straight into the hands of Kieran Slicker. Man City player has got cramp. And there's the attitude of Archie Gray. The ball was thrown across to the family stand. There's nobody there. Please go get it. We have to keep them under pressure. Pretty wise beyond his years, Archie Gray. Almost like football runs in the family a little bit.
There was a passage of play only about 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago max, with Archie Gray involved. I'm just trying to think to describe him because he's got so much about his game. And I just thought the best way to describe him, his Leeds. He sums Leeds up. Everything you want in the Leeds player, he's got. And I tell you what, everybody in a white shirt out there tonight have got as well. And this crowd, yes, the result's disappointing, but the crowd, over 21,000 tonight, will go away just thinking the future of our club is in such a good hands.
Yeah, McCarron gets away. Jenkins through the legs to Archie Gray. Leeds are still going in pursuit of a second goal. Gray's ball down the line to Joseph. He's got a lot of work to do to get across. The Man City defender goes in early, Mbete. It's towards Joseph. Leeds, though, are so tired, they're trying to get to their feet. Mbete, another one that's got cramp. It's not.
Roll him off the pitch.
It's not something new. You've heard that chant from too many fans, Ben. He was touching the touchline at one point. I can understand it. Archie Gray was just trying to steal a couple of more yards. Just trickle the ball inside a little bit. The referee alongside. So it is with Jenkins. Leeds need this to go in to have any chance of a dramatic grandstand finish here at Elland Road. And Archie Gray is trying to pick out a Leeds shirt. The clock, the family stand, the West End on their feet. Leeds with Gray towards the far post and towards Joseph. What a save! Kieran Slicker. And at the far post, Mateo Joseph had the goal at his mercy. It's just a very, very good save as well.
Yeah, it was. Reaction save. Saw it all the way, did Mateo Joseph as well. You just think that goes in. Who knows, final minute.
Yeah, the opposite corner, and that is not going to be saved. He just went to be a little too cute into Gray. Near post header, Cresswell still scrapping away. It won't fall for Leeds, it'll fall to Bobb on the edge of the box. Leeds with Bate, and now they've got a foot race. Near McCarron is one of the quickest players in this team. He's got to get back. He doesn't get the touch on the ball. Gets a slight touch, maybe a glimmer, and Leeds get away with it as Archie Gray still fighting. He's got two on his back as it gets to Jenkins, and it's now with Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe across to Jenkins again. Early ball to Joseph. Flag appeals from Man City defence. The flag goes up, and the time is up at Elland Road. Delap wins the header. Cresswell gets it away. Fortunate ricochet. Kenneh's got to race back and get across. Now, and Kenneh, once again, deserves a huge round of applause as he comes off that football pitch for his output of effort. His reading of the game. Leeds get the free kick, but Lewis Bates got the ball. And the referee just playing the extra time. And no surprise to see Slicker will boot the ball back into play, knowing full well what he's doing as Man City celebrates the PL2 Division 1 title. Magnificent football team that deserve their crown, but Leeds United tonight matched them for large parts, went toe-to-toe with the best in the country academy team, and they've been beaten by 3-1, but they can be oh so proud of their efforts. They took the lead through Mateo Joseph, Kai, Palmer and Delap in the end scored the goals that mean that City will be champions with 2 games to spare. And rather than it be disappointment, Ben, I know Leeds are going to be disappointed they've not picked up a point. It's further advantage to Chelsea, who have 3 games in hand, but to look at the positives, a performance to be so proud of. Different night, rubber the green goes a different way, the keeper gets sent off, little things like that, and the attendance as well. It has been a night hopefully to set the bar for the years to come.
That's the word I would use tonight. Tom, you mentioned it, proud. because that performance deserves so much more than we got. Deserved at least a point, if not the whole 3. Yeah, we've got to watch out for Chelsea's results coming in now, but 1 game left. Go to Arsenal. And again, we mentioned in commentary, play like we have done tonight. And that's what we've got to do. We'll get the result at Arsenal. So yeah, be disappointed, but be proud. And the fans coming away tonight, spread the message, spread the word. Incredible support, honestly, to get that amount down for an under-23s match. We thought we were going for the title ourselves, but just shows what this club is all about. But we've got to dust ourselves down. We just can't rest on his laurels thinking incredible atmosphere, incredible crowd, fantastic performance. We've got to go to Arsenal and win now. That's all that matters. The performance can go out of the window. It's about getting the 3 points.
Yeah, so Leeds, if they do win, will go on to 29, the same as Everton, but they've got a game in hand. So Chelsea are 4 points behind Leeds United with 2 games in hand. And as for the Blues, fixtures to watch out for, as I mentioned earlier, they play Brighton on Monday, they play Blackburn on the 1st of May, and then they play Tottenham on the 6th of May. So they'll have the advantage knowing if they've got some points on the board, what Leeds have already done. But let's hope it doesn't come to that. Let's hope this group can win a week today. Thank you very much once again for joining us here on LUTV. The full-time score at Elland Road is Leeds United's 23s 1, Manchester City 23s 3.